All right, Shalom. Call Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles. That was a great millstone. Uh, Doing this video, just if you notice that the oil prices or the gas prices are going down pretty low. Um, and it really hadn't been this low since really 2008. But as a matter of fact, in my area where I'm living at, it's we got gas as low as in like 130, $1.30. So I just want to play this video on what it means for Louisiana, because a big part of our economy down here is the oil prices and oil rigs and all those different things. So and I just want to get a few scriptures on how it's going to affect Babylon the Great. So check this out.
The coronavirus continues to impact the world's economy. We're getting our first look at the Dow this morning as Wall Street opens for the day, and the Dow's not looking good. It's down more than 500 points. Eric Paulson is working from home this week. He's finally woke up to tell us about the latest numbers on Wall Street. And Eric, this has a lot to do with the oil prices. We saw some historic lows yesterday with prices sinking below the $0 mark. What's going on there?
Well, it is huge, and it has a lot to do with oil and a lot about this coronavirus, which is affecting the oil market because demand is down. As you know, yesterday, May future contracts went into negative territory for the first time in history, not even during the Great Depression. That's never happened before. June futures are also down, and that's a real problem because demand is down. One analyst, and I think this is the best way to describe it, one analyst said what happened yesterday is like you buying something at Amazon for $30, and then when it comes to your door with the delivery, you pay $50 to have the guy take it back. And that's what happened with oil. There's just there are more supplies than demand. Oil storage tanks are full, so when you've contracted for that and they are demanding delivery, then you have to pay them not to take it. That's why we dipped into negative territory yesterday, and it's looking that way for June. Now, yesterday, I talked with Professor Mark Rosa, professor of finance at UNO, who knows a lot about oil, and this was done before. This was when oil was trading at under $1. It hadn't gone into negative territory yet. It was terrible, but this is what he had to say, and it gives a good indication of what's happening.
Eric, this is, we've never seen anything like this. I think you're right that you could pick up an oil contract going out till May for less than $1 a barrel. So the market is not going to know how to react to this. You obviously can't extract oil from the ground with those types of prices. Production's going to come to basically a halt until you get some price back into the commodity where oil refiners and distributors and gas stations can make some money on selling it. Otherwise, it's not going to be worthwhile for them to sell it, to extract it, to refine it. So for the state of Louisiana that depends so heavily on oil revenue, I think we're seeing a tremendous problem occurring. You and I would love to see gas for 30 cents a gallon, but it's the economics of it are just not going to let us get there.
And why is this freaking out the market so much? I mean, oil is huge. The world runs on oil right now. We in Louisiana, we know why this is going to be so hard, but why is it freaking the market out so much?
Well, some time ago, that the banks, especially through the expansion, where the oil companies were feeling the expansion, they wanted to expand their operations. They had the money to do so. The economy was supporting it. So the banks would lend them money to build rigs and those expensive pieces of property. So what we're seeing now is not only do the oil companies have financial problems, but it's going to be the banks. So that's why the ripple effect is troubling the market so deeply.
And do you see any end in sight to this?
They just have to revert. This all started when Saudi Arabia and Russia were going back and forth about, a price war in essence. They kept pouring more production onto the market to reduce the price, and then they've started to back off on it. I think this thing calmed down, and now we're seeing more effects of that. There's just too much oil out there. It's being produced too heavily. and it's destroying the market for it because it's becoming too cheap. So what do they have to do? They have to reverse what they were doing and get some price back into it, get some production into numbers that would make more sense, and to bring some price stability back to the commodity.
And Shiva, that's a huge problem for Louisiana. Louisiana depends heavily on the oil industry. So many jobs here. About 5% of our economy, our budget, state budget, is based on the price of oil. On the upside, it's going to bring gas prices down way low. I bought gas the other day for, I think, $1.27 a gallon. It could go below $1, which would just be crazy.
We have seen a lot of really low gas prices, Eric, but we do have to remember that it is an indicator of larger things happening in the economy.
Well, yeah, and this is a huge concern for the oil industry because rig counts are down, production is down, and this is going to go on for a while. Tomorrow morning, we're going to talk about what one big investor says. He doesn't think that that Wall Street is actually reflecting how bad things are around the world. He thinks it should be off even more.
Wow. All right. Well, I'll look forward to that interview. It is tough times. Thank you, Eric.
All right. So you see, and that is true. They are manipulating and doctoring those numbers on Wall Street. So you can't really go by what they're saying there, because the reason being is what they want you to, to not panic, uproar, all these different things, because things are terrible. The economy is actually terrible right now. It was terrible before the coronavirus, but now it's even way worse than what it was before. And just thinking about that makes me want to get this scripture here. Let's see. This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, which that's what Wall Street is doing. They're trying to tell you, hey, everything is not, it's not too bad. This went up and this went up. It was low, but now it's back up. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Now, like I said, as travail upon a woman with child, meaning that once a woman begins the birthing process of a child, there is no stopping it. Once the child starts to go through the process of being birthed or being delivered, you can't stop a child from coming into the world or coming out of the woman in the mid process. So once these major things begin to happen in the earth, such as economy collapses and then these world wars, these proxy wars and world wars, all those different things, once they start to happen on a bigger scale, there will be no stopping it. The only thing the Most High is going to do is kick it up a notch. He's going to keep turning that dial up, and up and up, higher and higher and higher, until finally Babylon is finally taken down. So I want to get this scripture too. It's going to be 2nd Ezra chapter 16. Starting at verse 21. It says, behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon the earth. And where gas prices are cheap, gas prices are dang near $1 here in Louisiana, that they shall think themselves to be in good case. So people thinking that, gas prices are down, we may not be going nowhere right now, but gas prices are down. So when as they say, when outside opens back up, we're gonna be going back on our vacations, going back out to these parties, festivals, all these different things. But they gonna be in for a rude awakening, because things won't be normal. What they believe is normal will not be the way things will go back to being. Like I said, they shall think themselves to be in good case, and most people do. Most people think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. And evils are truly growing on this earth. Wars is constantly festering. We're on the brink of famine because they shutting down some of these factories, especially like some of these meat factories that the workers have contracted coronavirus. That's gonna affect. Man, it's all a ripple effect. Once one thing happened, another thing happened, another thing happened. It causes. It's like dominoes, man. Most High got this place in the trick bag, and hey, he's setting it up for the okie doke. I want to get this one here. This is Isaiah chapter 31. It says, for in verse 1, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help. What's Egypt? House of bondage. What's Babylon the Great or America? Spiritual, Sodom and Egypt. This is the house of bondage. You got a pyramid on the back of your dollar. This Egypt. America's Egypt. Spiritual Egypt. Woe unto them to go down to Egypt for help, and stay on horses, and trust in chariots, because they are many, and in horsemen, because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek Yahweh. They neither seek the Most High. And they don't. They literally trust in their jobs here, trust in all these stimulus checks, unemployment checks, everything. It's never about having faith in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. See, we are conditioning and conditioning our minds to have full trust and faith in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, because there's going to come a point in time where the government will be against you. They will not be there to help you. Your only help will be from the Most High. You will have to trust in Him. And like we're trying to condition, hopefully, like we're trying to condition our minds to be in that particular mind frame. I want to get this one too. This is Isaiah, the 24th chapter. It says, the mirth of tabrets ceaseth. The noise of them that rejoiceth endeth, and the joy of the harp ceaseth. They shall not drink wine with a song. Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it. Everything that they love is gonna be. They ain't gonna love it no more. The city of confusion is broken down. What's the city of confusion? Babylon the Great, the land of confusion. Babylon, the land of Babal, the land of confusion. America. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up, that no man may come in it. That's that martial law. You see, you can't move about freely right now. The houses are shut up. They telling you to stay indoors, not to come outside. Verse 11. There is crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened, and the mirth of the land is gone. All that having fun and just all that doggone fun and not taking anything seriously, all that's gone. Let's see, I want to end it off with this scripture here. Let's see. Here it is. Isaiah 33:6 says, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of Yahweh is his treasure. Right. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our times. What's going to keep us stable in these times to come is just our trust in the Most High and this word, the understanding of this word, the study. That's why we make these videos. We try to read, we try to study, and get as much of this as we possibly can, because that's going to be our only saving grace, is the word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Like I said, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Most High is his treasure. So hope you are edified. Remember, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of your times and strength of salvation. So this ain't the time to be backing off, to be looking back. Once you take this plow, keep on plowing forward. Don't look back. Don't be like Lot's wife. Don't look back and think about what you're missing in the world, because you ain't missing nothing. The only thing we missing is the kingdom. That's it. That's what we looking forward to. New heaven, new earth, better life, better world. You feel me? So I hope you're edified with that. Shalom.